Here's a topic that'll piss people off. Gun control. It's gotta be one of the biggest fucking scams to control the general populace, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Now let me ask you a question. Why wouldn't banning guns solve gun violence? Well, allow me to paint it in the easiest picture I can. Let's say you're walking down the street at night and some guy tries to mug you. Well, you just pump him full of lead and move on in life. Crisis averted. Now let's say it's an alternate reality where firearms are completely illegal. Some guy tries to mug you. Hey, wait a minute. Guns are illegal. You're not allowed to possess that. Oh yeah, you're right. My apologies. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I don't know if you knew this, but criminals don't obey the fucking law. If they're already stooping low to commit a crime, you really think possessing an illegal firearm is suddenly where they draw the line? Well, Serial, if you look at the statistics for Japan, the UK, and Australia, you can see that they all have little to no gun violence because they banned them outright. You're comparing islands to a large piece of land with two borders. One of these borders being to fucking Mexico, might I add. So the means to acquire illegal firearms is less of a hassle when you don't have to deal with overseas importation. Back on topic, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you want to have a legal way to defend yourself and your family from some lowlife who breaks into your house. Wow, you value your stuff over someone's life? I mean, they value my stuff over their own life, so why should I give a fuck about them? By outright banning guns, especially in a crime-ridden country like America, you're just hurting legitimate gun owners simply because of a fear that was created within you. If I had to pick my two favorite amendments, they'd have to be the freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. Do you know why the Second Amendment was put in place to begin with? It's so that people could resist tyrannical rule of the government when push came to shove. And the common argument is that'll never happen, there's no need for an AR-15. Have you not seen what's been happening to this country lately? A motherfucking Ministry of Truth. A program where the government tells you what's true or false. Are you fucking shitting me? Honestly, my worst fear is that Biden's gonna take some notes from the fuckers up north. If you didn't know, dictator Trudeau Castro has recently declared a nationwide handgun ban. He claims that his motives are based on the recent Buffalo shooting, but I see that as a bunch of fucking bullshit. This is the same guy who arrested a bunch of people while also freezing their bank accounts over a peaceful protest. I mean an actual peaceful protest, not those fucking riots the media wants you to believe are for the greater cause. Now I believe Trudeau's handgun ban is fully motivated by the fear of his citizens revolting against him. You saw the way he reacted when people protested against his bullshit COVID restrictions. The dude's a fucking coward who wishes to have complete control over his citizens by disarming them and thinks honking is a legitimate threat. And this brings us to the public fear tactics. Where is this fear of guns created exactly?
This is a ghost gun. This right here has ability with a 30 caliber clip to disperse with 30 bullets within half a second. 30 magazine clip in half a second.
This is crazy. You can't certainly use this for hunting. But some of these bullets, as you saw, have an incendiary device on the tip of it, which is a heat-seeking device.
But I read the legislation. I'm sorry. I read the legislation and it said that it would regulate barrel shrouds. What's a barrel shroud, and why should we regulate that?
The guns that were chosen back in those days were basically the guns that most gangs and criminals were using to kill our police officers. I'm not saying it was the best bill, but that was the best bill they could get out at that particular time. I actually don't know what a barrel shot. I believe it's a shoulder thing that goes up.
Instigate fear into the easily manipulated masses to push an agenda where they have total control. If you know anything about firearms, you should know that the clips I just showed are a bunch of scary propaganda which the uneducated masses just eat up. I mean, they're the same dipshits who wear masks when they're alone in the car, so maybe that should gauge where their intelligence level's at. Let's move on to a darker issue. You have to think of the kids. If you're not about gun control, then you must love to watch kids die, huh? It's emotional manipulation. If you're not with us, then you're a devil who loves to watch children die. And to that I say banning guns is not the solution, especially in America. That'll just cause more problems like the ones I mentioned earlier in this shitty-ass nation. The actual solution is to revamp the red flag laws. Why punish and put all citizens in danger because some kids neglected by school and society from broken homes wanted attention? That's not gonna fix those kids. If they want that attention, they'll find workarounds. Fix the problem at its source and create functioning members of society while also maintaining the country's safety. Just something to think about. The biggest takeaway from this video is that gun control doesn't work and never will. It's simply a fear tactic created by the government to have more leverage over the citizens. So don't be a sheep. Anyways, that's all for today. If you enjoyed, subscribing would be greatly appreciated, and to my second channel as well.